Who even really needs Quinn Hughes? Okay, to be clear, that's a joke. The title of this video is a joke. Obviously, we need Quinn Hughes. But we turned out pretty fine yesterday. On Sunday night, the Canucks played their second of a back-to-back. They played Montreal on Saturday and faced Edmonton on Sunday. Pretty daunting matchup considering the injuries that had happened to our team already. But going into that game, it was announced that Quinn Hughes is day-to-day and would miss that game. So with a chance to slip to 4-6, we were without a lot of key players, including now our best player. And that doesn't really get the hopes up or anything. But what does get the hopes up is scoring first, and that's exactly what the Canucks did. The puck was sent across the Edmonton line slowly, and Evander Kane rushed after it. Ty Emberson went to cut him off at the boards, leaving Brock Boeser all alone in front of the net. Kane made a nice spin pass to Brock, right to the tape, and Brock Boeser did not waste any time with it. Just shoveled it on his backhand, past Pickard, made it 1-0 Canucks. Early in the second, they got a power play. Hronek was quarterbacking instead of Quinn Hughes, and Hronek did something that I think Quinn Hughes should be doing a lot more, which is give the puck to Elias Pettersson and let him slap it home. That is exactly what happened. That's the shot we need from Pettersson. That's a play we need to run on the power play a lot more, considering how bad the power play has been and how good Pettersson's shot is. Later in the period, the Canucks kind of just lost track of Leon Draisaitl, which is something you don't want to do. Bouchard found the puck from along the boards, weighed his options for a second, and then saw Draisaitl wide open at the Canucks blue line. Tyler Myers forgot that he was there. Draisaitl was in all alone on Demko, and that's not really an easy task for your goalie. Draisaitl shot it home, made it a 2-1 game. Before that goal had happened, Kiefer Sherwood scored a goal, though it was called back for offsides, because Tyler Myers decided to be offside. I don't know why he was there. But Kiefer Sherwood would not be denied, because shortly after that Draisaitl goal, the Canucks won a defensive zone draw, Ratu against Leon Draisaitl. Elias Pettersson got the puck off the draw, took it behind the net, and wrapped it around the boards where Brock Boeser was waiting in the neutral zone. Brock made a beautiful tip pass between his legs to Sherwood. Sherwood had a lot of space to rush in on Ekholm, and then made him look like Darnell Nurse. Toe drag, shot, goal, celebration, 3-1 Vancouver. And it kind of fell apart a little bit. Once again, Tyler Myers was at the forefront of that. He had the chance to move the puck out of the zone. He was about halfway up his own zone on the boards, but failed and gave a mini 2-on-1 to Jack Roslovic. Elias Pettersson had to defend the pass. Roslovic shot it over the blocker of Demko, made it a 3-2 game. Not a great game for Myers. Later in the period, with the score still 3-2, Marcus Pettersson took an undisciplined slashing penalty. It's kind of hard to get away with it when your opponent's stick is in half. And the Oilers would score on the ensuing power play. It's like the one thing you want to not do when you're facing Edmonton. Give them a power play. And McDavid got it to Draisaitl, who fired it home for a second of the game. So we went to overtime. At that point, I'm thinking, okay, we're shorthanded. Edmonton's got most of their big guys. I'm happy with the fact that we've gotten a point out of this. And when the Oilers won the face-off, I was assuming they were just going to cycle it until we eventually lost track of either McDavid or Draisaitl and they were able to score. But the Canucks fought for the puck, they got it back, then put out 3 forwards. Brock Boeser, Connor Garland, Kiefer Sherwood. Kind of ambitious. But with no Quinn Hughes, they had to try something. Those 3 forwards cycled the puck around in the Edmonton zone quite well. I was on my Instagram live streaming the overtime. And there was a point where Brock Boeser had the puck at the blue line, and I said, I don't think this is going anywhere. And just when I said that, Boeser shot the puck, Kiefer Sherwood tipped it home, and the Canucks won the game 4-3 in overtime. This is my second time recording this recap, because the audio just didn't record yesterday. But now I'm going to send it to myself from last night, because that audio recorded, and he's going to give you our thoughts on the game. I think it's very easy to list my 3 stars for the Canucks in this game. I don't know if it's going to get any easier than this all season. First of all, Kiefer Sherwood. I mean, come on. He scored a hat-trick even if one of the goals didn't count. I'll count it in my head. The goals he scored were great. I mean, the one dangling at home, and then the other one being the overtime winner. And beyond that, he was good defensively too. He was blocking shots. He wasn't scared. He was throwing hits like he does. He's the Canucks goal leader so far this season with 6. What contract is this guy gonna get, man? But man, his energy is just so infectious. Like, watching the game and seeing him celebrate like that and seeing the way he plays, it's just so fun to watch, and it gets me so much more engaged in watching the Canucks even when they're not at their best, even when they're not at full strength like they are right now. So he's first star. And second star, I mean, it's just got to be Brock Besser. 1 goal, 2 assists on the night for Brock Besser. The goal he scored was pretty nice. It was the icebreaker, backhanded it past Pickard, did enough to get it through. But it's funny because out of the 3 points he got, I think the goal was the least impressive. Because his assist on Sherwood's first goal, the tip pass, that was a great play. Got it to Sherwood, gave Sherwood that open ice to work with. That was just smart. And then the overtime goal to shoot it at the net, give Sherwood something to tip. It's genius. Like, people think of Brock Besser as only a sniper, but going into the season, I predicted that he would score as many goals as assists. Because he's shown that he can be a playmaker in the past. I've seen that in him, especially in that COVID year. And he really showed that tonight. He was making smart play after smart play, great passes. He gave Reichel a very good chance. Reichel had a bunch of really good chances in this game. Besser was a playmaker today, and he played great. And then third star, and really I want to give him first star, but I can't. It's Filip Hronek. Filip Hronek was an absolute dog today. These are the types of performances that make me want to buy someone's jersey. First of all, Quinn Hughes being out of the lineup meant that he had to step up massively. He had to be the power play 1 quarterback. He had to munch a lot of minutes. With Victor Mancini getting injured in the second period and missing the rest of the game, that just drove his ice time up even more. He was matched up against Connor McDavid a lot. He had to face Leon Draisaitl a lot. He had to face the both of them together a couple times. And he finished the game as a +1 and had a power play assist. His analytics were fantastic today. He was so good in the defensive zone. Myers was making mistakes. Marcus Pettersson had the bad penalty. But Filip Hronek was steady every single time he was on the ice. When I said before the game that we need Filip Hronek to step up like he has in the past without Quinn Hughes, I didn't expect that performance. He went above and beyond my expectations for him. That game was so good. He ended up playing over 28 minutes today. I love Filip Hronek. I said before the year, he doesn't get enough love in this fan base. Hopefully performances like these will give him the respect that he deserves. I did mention that Lukas Reichel had a bunch of opportunities in this game. I did think he looked a lot better against Edmonton than he did against Montreal, and that's probably due to the fact, he was tired in that Montreal game, getting off the plane and all, had to be thrown into the system. He had a lot of chances, and you definitely want to see him bury one of those, but the fact he was in the right place at the right time so many times is kind of nice to see. He was even making good plays in the defensive zone, which you don't really expect a whole lot of that from him, but he was reading plays well. I'm sure it's really only a matter of time before the puck finds the back of the net for him if he continues to play like this. He was even good on faceoffs today, too. Maybe he can be that 2C for now. I would really rather him be a winger. For now, I think it's fine for him to be the 2C, but I'm hoping we can get someone to replace him in that role because I really think he's better utilized as a winger. Demko is also pretty strong today. He made some good saves. I can always have faith in him to have a good game. Even if he wasn't at his very, very best today, he stood tall, gave us the opportunity to win. I don't think it was his best game ever, but it was a good game still. He played solid, we got the win, and that's what counts. And Elias Pettersson's really coming alive too. He had some good defensive plays, and he got that power play goal. It was so nice to finally get to see him absolutely rip one on the power play. Hopefully we can use that option more now. Like, why are we not letting him shoot more? He's starting to come on now, and it's really nice to see. And I think with the confidence he has right now, I think he's just going to keep on going. He's probably going to be fairly motivated in that next game because he's playing JT Miller. And I credit the crowd a lot for having the Let's Go Petey chants. I really like to see that. I love to see the crowd backing him, and I'm sure it means a lot to him. I, of course, also have to mention Connor Garland, who added 2 points today. He's now up to 11 points on the season in 10 games. He's our points leader. He's over point per game. That's pretty crazy to see. Even if he had those 2 points, I think it's very obvious that his best shift of the game came behind Edmonton's net when he was just holding the puck back there, stick-checked Ekholm to get it back, was killing time. That was glorious. That's the thing that gets the crowd back into the game. I don't know if he'll be able to be a point-per-game player all season, but I'm happy with this for as long as he can keep doing it. And now I have an incredible statistic. The Canucks were 59% on the faceoffs today. Can you believe it? Miracles do happen. After sort of a slow start in the faceoff dot, Aturatu did make his way back to 64%. He's so good at faceoffs. It's so funny. I think the goals will come soon, but he had a very key faceoff one today. I mean, he probably deserves that third assist on the first Sherwood goal. for winning that face-off in the defensive zone. If he loses that, we have to face McDavid and Draisaitl. They have a chance to tie the game. But he wins it, and we score off that. I really, really want to see the points start to come for Ratu. He's had his chances. He's still playing well, though. And I think the points will come at some point. If he's winning faceoffs for now, he's serving a purpose for us. I think that's hard to argue with. You look at the rest of it, I mean, I don't know how many faceoffs Max Sasson took, but he was at 100%. Reichel was 61%. Pettersson was 55%. Linus Karlsson was 50%. We didn't have anyone under 50%. Normally, I wouldn't care about faceoffs, but the way we've started this season on the faceoff dot has been not great, and now I've just been looking at that. Oh my god, Elias Pettersson had 4 blocks today. I had my criticisms of him a couple weeks ago because he really did start the season slow. Even if the analytics are good, the scoring has to happen. Today we got the analytics and we got a goal. This is the Elias Pettersson that we need. I love this guy when he's playing like this. I knew you could do it, man. I'm pointing the wrong way. I knew you could do it, man. I knew it. I did have faith. I always had faith. On defense, I don't think I have anyone to compliment other than Hronek. Marcus Pettersson was pretty good for a lot of the game. That penalty is kind of hard to look past, though. Myers had his worst game this season for sure. We cannot have that Tyler Myers. Elias Pettersson probably also had his worst game this season, though I can give him a break because he's a young guy facing McDry. P.O. Joseph hasn't been incredible so far. He's basically a 7th D man. Like, he's not terrible, and Mancini might be broken. Though I don't like to see the injuries we have. I would be hyped if Kirill Kudryavtsev gets into the lineup, but he's been killing it in Abbotsford. He's been killing it since he was drafted, honestly. I thought he looked good in his 2 Vancouver games last year. I'm a very big fan of Kudryavtsev, so it would be cool to see him in the lineup, though I hope that Mancini and Hughes are okay. Anyway, I think that's all I have to yap about. It's kind of funny this compared to the past 3 games. The last 3 games, I've been gloomy. The Canucks have lost. I stick to the script, but today, because I'm so happy, I've just been yapping. And that's part of what this is. If you don't click on this video fully knowing that there's a chance I'll just fucking yap forever, then you've come to the wrong channel, I think. Anyway, I loved this game. Even if they lost, I would have understood. I really, really wanted them to win this because being 4-6 looks terrible. Even if they lost, I would have understood, though winning it feels a lot better. We're now 5-5. It's not incredible, but we're still in a fine spot. It's fine. Hopefully we can beat the Rangers in a couple days. They just lost to Calgary, so I think anybody can beat the Rangers if Calgary can. I'm worried that JT Miller's going to drop a hattie on our heads, though. I do wonder what the reception's going to be for him. I'm assuming cheers during the tribute, but I'm also assuming he's going to get booed when he touches the puck. That's going to be fun to watch. I'm sure he's going to score, because why wouldn't he score on us? Hopefully we can squeeze that out, though. We'd be in a good spot. This was a very inspiring win to see. They have a lot of heart. They are trying so hard right now, and they got rewarded for it today. What do you think of the game? What do you think of the team right now? Can they stay this way forever? Can they continue to play like this? What do you think of Philip Hronek? I want to see people loving Philip Hronek in my comments. Can you guys drop a very nice comment about Philip Hronek? He deserves it. Well, the Drew O'Connor guess really wasn't bad, because he did hit a post. I don't know if I'm getting one of these ever, though. I'm very obviously going to have to go Philip Hronek to score a goal next game. Even if Hughes is back, I don't know if Hughes is going to be back by then. Hey, maybe we should just leave Hronek on the PP1 for now, because it low-key looked better than when Hughes is on it. I love Hronek so much right now that he has to be my choice for next game's goal. Okay, that's all I have to say. I'm in such a good mood right now. It's fantastic. Have a great day, everyone.